So having lubricated the drive cable, you are then able to drop it back down the handpiece. This can be a real faff to get it to go back in because there's a plasticky rubbery sheath that sits inside the metal housing and it tapers towards the end to a small hole. You then got to try and thread this through. If you have difficulty getting it through, just persevere, take it out and put it in a few times, but eventually you will be able to persuade it to pop out the end. At that point, the first thing to put back on is the cap that goes over the end piece. So again, if you're worried about this binding, you can put a little bit of grease on the threads here, but you won't need very much, but that will stop it from getting truly stuck next time you try and take it off. If you don't put the bottom on first, when you try and fit the head, you'll inevitably just keep pushing the cable back out the bottom. So having got this on, do it up finger tight, then get your mole grips or plumber's wrench back out and tighten it up properly, remembering again to try and only grip the flat spotted spanner points and not to squash the threads. You will have to do this up until you can't get it any further, because every time when you do this up, it's the only thing that keeps the drive cable firmly slotted in place. About there then. And at that point, you can then get your drive cable to go back into the head. There are two little pins that you'll need to get lined up with the head of the handpiece. But having done that, you should then be able to, oh, my hands are now greasy. Do, with enormous difficulty with greasy fingers, the catch back up, and again, do this up finger tight, but as tight as you can get it. And at that point, your handpiece is good to go. It is exactly the same system with exactly the same cable for the Apple Core piece. Again, you can take the head off by twisting the top, take the bottom off with a wrench to get the bottom out, and the cable pulls out in exactly the same way. The only thing to bear in mind with the drive cables is that you need to get the right one to fit your Dremel. So either you've got a key drive one or a slot drive one, and the people that have got the irrigated hand pieces, the drive cable is fractionally longer. So if you're not sure which one you want, just run it by someone in the office before you commit to ordering it. But we do have at least one, if not two, spare drive cables in the practice at any one time. So if the cable snaps, just ring around the houses, find a spare one, and on your freezer at home of an evening, you can do this in about 10 minutes.